So good morning, Dato.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming down and for coming for this session this morning to share some of your experiences of the early church of Stella. So Dato, I heard that you are from Penang. When did you come over to Sabah?
I was working in a film Nagara, that's in Kuala Lumpur, see? And then as a music director. So my brother-in-law, as my sister's husband, we were all very good friends, we were colleagues. So my brother-in-law was already in Sabah. He was working with the JKR. So he invited me, he said, why don't you come along for a holiday? So I said, okay, I will do that. So I came, I saw, and then I liked the place, and I liked because I'm more on the music side, so I was paying attention more to the music of Sabah, you see. So and I also liked the music of Sabah because Radio Sabah then used to broadcast Kadazan songs, and I used to listen to it every morning, and I liked it, you see. So I was thinking, I wish I could stay here for a while and sort of, improve this Kadazan music because it's so short, you see. So I said, okay. I applied to RTM, that time it was Radio Sabah. So I applied to Sabah. Of course, they took me immediately because I was a music director, you see. Of course, they could not afford give me my due salary. They didn't have posts like that here, you see. So anyway, I accepted it because for the love of music, and I said I can do something here. So I joined Radio Sabah straight away. So when I was with Radio Sabah, I had to go to some church, you see, because I'm a Catholic. So my brother-in-law used to come to Stella because the government quarters were just by the side of Stella, just by the side. All the government quarters are there. Secretariat is very far and Pinapang Church is very far. So, but Stella Maris is the closest, you see. So, we decided to come here. But my brother-in-law will not keep quiet, you see. He told the sisters and all that, the nuns, they know the nuns and all that. They've been here for a long time. Hey, my brother-in-law can, play yoga and he's choir master. So the sisters caught hold of me, the nuns here caught hold of me and say, you must help us because we are just forming and we're just starting a choir and all that, and we don't even have a proper church yet. We got a small hut, a hut, and there the priest says the mass. So I said, no problem. Then we started I started to come for practices and all that, and we formed the choir slowly because the priest, Father Lampe, was there at the time, and Father Lampe, of course, made announcements in the church that we are forming a choir, please come in. And so we had a big choir, and with the nuns there, it became a very strong choir. So that is how I got into Stella.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. So we're very fortunate to have someone who has been involved with the church since the early years, even before the church building was built.
Oh yeah.
So Dato, maybe you'd like to share with us, how was that choir like the first few years of the choir? And I heard that you also helped them with the caroling, and they did some recording as well. Would you like to share with us some of this?
Because when I started the choir, the nuns were already singing, The nuns were already singing Latin songs. As you know, the olden days songs, the Kyrie, Gloria and all that kind of thing. they already started. But the thing is that the choir was not strong enough. But Father Lampe also could play the organ, you know. Father Lampe could play the organ and he could also sing Latin songs. And he liked me a lot because I could handle Latin songs. So there was already a small choir of nuns. And that is where I came to know this sister, Teresa Liu. Teresa Liu, I came to know her and we became very close, you know, where music is concerned, because she loves music also. And then she also plays the organ, yeah, little bit. So that's how we did a lot of practices. They came very often to the practices, twice a week like that. And then we formed this choir, and the choir was very good. And it was nearing Christmas also at that time. So we practiced carols, caroling and all that. And the Father Lampe was very happy with the choir, and he said, "Hey, you all must go out and bring some money for us." So we formed a small group. We had a guitarist. Then we used a keyboard. Somebody carried the keyboard, and I used to play on the roadside, you see, and we all sing. So we went around everywhere. So it was quite good. And then Radio Sabha noticed us, and Francis Chong, a member of our choir, was also connected with Radio Sabha. So he told them, and so they came and took us, and they did a recording and broadcast it during Christmas time. So that's how we went out caroling and did recordings and all that.
Oh, that is
And
wonderful.
then since I was also with RTM, I already joined RTM, so I had good influence with RTM, so I could put it on.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
So what do you do now, Dato'?
Now I actually, you see, since I'm still on the music line, and I've done many CDs on my own, many CDs of local music, mostly local music. I believed in doing local music, not foreign music. So I have almost 7 CDs of my own. And then another one was this Christe song, which is the Latin music, because I thought I must do something for the church, you see. So I did this music, and all this music was done by myself. I never used outside musicians. I played the organ myself because nowadays the technology is so high with musical instruments, where you can even produce any type of sound you want in one keyboard. So I managed to get one. My son bought for me one. It was a costly one also, nearly 17,000, you know. Anyway, he got it for me, so I'm very grateful to him. So from there, I can play the organ, I can play the piano, I can play the violin, I can play anything I want to. So here, I did a marriage between the piano and the organ, because it was Latin music. And it sold out. It sold well. I sold it. But I put it in all the churches, and it all sold out. And then I happened to send it also to the Pope John II, through an Archbishop Sauter, you know. He's my good friend, my colleague. We were all good. So when he went to Rome to see the Pope there, he brought my CD and gave it to him. And I'm so happy that the Pope had found the time. He's such a busy person. I'm sure he found the time to listen at least to a little bit of it. But of course he had asked somebody else to listen to a whole lot. But he must have listened to a little bit of it, and he liked it. So he he asked his assistant to write me a nice letter, small letter, but very, very beautiful letter. He gave me the apostolic blessing, and he asked me to carry on with his writing of this music. So that was one of the things that made me very happy in my life. To get a letter from the Pope, it's not easy. So that made me very happy. One of the happiest moments in my life is when I read the Pope's letter.
Wow.
It made me very happy. Yeah.
It's wonderful. So we thank you, Datu, for you are really a godsend that God has sent you, being a musician, for coming to develop the music of Sabah, and not only that, also to help in so many churches to develop the church music, and you have brought even Sabah music to Rome, and the Pope has a glimpse of the music of Sabah.
Yes.
So you are really a godsend,
Yes.
Datu. Thank you so much.
Yes, but I haven't given up yet. God's still using me. I was asked to form choirs in KL also. So the last month and all that, for last few months before, I was staying in KL because I was a doctor there. So I went to visit her and I was staying with her. And I had to come back suddenly because I was called by the Chief Minister's Department to receive an award, some award. And the award was for the veterans. We were considered to be veterans. Of course, myself, and a few singers, a few singers, they were all veterans. So the chief minister decided to give them all a kind of a prize for their contribution to Sabah in the past years. So I'm one of them. So he asked me to come here, and he asked me to play the piano also for them. So I played the piano for 1 hour for them. So that is the reason why I came back to Sabah at the moment. Me and my family, of course, would like to wish all parishioners of Stella Maris, Tamil Nadu, for inviting me and to say a few words to you all. I thank you all very much, and I hope the members, the parishioners of this parish will keep on growing and growing as God wants it. Thank you very much. Thank you.